Plans are being made to tear down the old and closed Allentown State Hospital. The Wolf administration says the move is an effort to save the state money. Business reporter Justin Backover live in Allentown with more on that. Justin?
Rob, the Department of General Services cited two reasons for this property to be torn down. One, getting those annual maintenance costs down, and two, to get the site ready for redevelopment.
Right now, it's generating no dollars. In fact, it's a cost to taxpayers. We redeveloped this into something useful, something that has jobs, that generates tax revenue.
After closing in 2010, the Allentown State Hospital will soon be no more. Representative Mike Schlossberg says it's the economical thing to do. Even though the demolition will cost $15 million, the hospital requires $2.2 million a year in maintenance.
The site literally has tens of thousands of pounds of lead and asbestos in addition to railroad ties and dioxins that are in the ground. Every year, the costs continue to rise in terms of security and maintenance on the ground. So in the long run, that's a savings to the state.
The demolition will be overseen by the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission.
Well, I was actually told by a constituent there's a time capsule in there. We're going to make sure we get that thing out beforehand as well.
The hospital recently had its final act in the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, Glass. Interestingly, the state is still under active negotiations with TCA Properties to acquire the site. Last year, State Senator Pat Brown sponsored legislation giving the state permission to negotiate directly with TCA instead of going to the highest bidder.
You don't want to sell this thing to the highest bidder and have them turn around and turn it into 500 townhouses.
Although it's still uncertain if TCA will buy the property, and TCA hasn't indicated any concrete plans for it.
The demolition will happen regardless because the state wants to get rid of the expense associated with the property and make it easier for the building to eventually be sold.
The thinking being that even if the deal falls through, the state is saving money and the property is ready to go for another tenant.
I think the state hospital has become a symbol of the way we used to treat people and treat them very badly. The usefulness of the state hospital to treat people like that has long come and gone.
So there are some loose ends that need to be tied up in order to get this fully completed, Rob. And there have been some rumblings that the Allentown School District would like to put a new middle school somewhere on this property. But as of right now, they're still just rumblings. Reporting live in Allentown, Justin Backover, 69 News.